Hi guys, this is Jackie ARTHUR-DEMOOR, and I'm just going to quickly show you my unit for our online class. I developed a review unit over Sarah and a Star for my level 3 students in Spanish. It's set for a high school level classroom, and as you can tell, I'm going to be using LMS platform Schoology, and that was because it's what my school is using, as well as what my district is eventually transitioning to. What I've liked about Schoology so far is that obviously a lot of these are my course sections, but then I also have course sections that I'm technically a student of, and then I also have created a dummy section for me to play around with within Schoology, just so before I make things go live with all my other classes, I can see how it works, if there's any things that I need to tweak or whatnot, which I kind of like a lot. So I'm just going to click on Spanish section 1 because that's my dummy section here. Okay, so now I'm on Spanish section 1, and this is the teacher's view of it. And what I've liked about this Schoology is that I'm able to change the course view and change it as a student. So I'm going to just pretend real quick to be this student here, and it'll tell me that this is what it looks like for them. And as you can tell, there's a couple of different weird things that I have listed here. And so right now it's going to show up as a folder that they'll need to do. So it says Repaso Sarah and a Star. So I'm going to click on that. Alright, so I'm still in the student view, and I've clicked on Repaso Sarah and a Star folder. And what I really liked about Schoology so far is the fact that they have a variety of different templates that I can use to create activities. One is that I've liked really a lot has been the page template, and it's just pretty much a kind of like an HTML space where I can upload video, photos, images, that sort of thing. So this is their landing page that they see at the beginning. I kind of put a picture to kind of tie it into what we're talking about. I also created an intro video so they kind of know what my expectations are, and then I've also created the courses, and then have notes and assignments for everything to be due. And below that, I also put it within line each of the mini units, and obviously they can drop down. And so this is just a copy, a view, excuse me, of my of one of my folders. And again, this is for Verbo Ser, so it looked very similar to the landing page that I was on originally. I'm just going to give you more detailed information what needs to be done. Obviously the pre-test, and then obviously the speaking activities are the ones that we've learned throughout our course. So I'm going to click on one of the Flipgrid activities here. And I already had it loaded here just for time savings. So one of my assessments or activities is ¿Cómo son ustedes? Is what are you guys like? And they have to make a video about them and their friend and what they're like, what they're not like, and what they have in common with each other. I've also set it to moderate just because I want to make sure they're actually doing what they're doing, that it's appropriate, as well as for their comments so they can moderate as well. My second activity is also another speaking activity. It's through VoiceThread, and I'm asking them to describe a daily routine that they do. It could be a morning, a bedtime routine, an after-school routine. So what I did is I actually did one of my routines that I do. A lot of my students know that I work a second job, and so they always wonder what I do between teaching and before I head to my second job. And so I kind of made what I do, so they have an idea. And that way they had an example to use to go through it. I realized I didn't put my rubric here, so I'll need to add that here before I make it go live. Finally, my accumulating activity or assessment will be another Flipgrid activity, but it's kind of building on everything that they've learned in the Sarah level and the A Star level, and then Sarah versus A Star. This one just happens to be that they need to find a friend or a date to go with them to a concert, and they need to post something online in regards to that. I just realized again that I didn't put my rubric here, so I'll need to get that put in here shortly. But then so I can have it go live. But then again, I've also moderated the responses again, just so I can make sure that A, they're doing it correctly, B, that the responses are appropriate for class and that sort of thing. I think Overall, what I thought went really well was the fact that I kind of was okay to experiment with what I wanted to do. I think I chose a topic that I thought worked really well that I'm going to be able to use quite quickly, simply because due to the circumstances of it being a review topic, I wasn't too concerned if it all just didn't go well, that the kids wouldn't be losing out as much review time as I would hope. Overall, I thought that the LMS platform is an okay platform. It's not what I would consider the best. Probably what I don't like, what it doesn't do well, is it doesn't really feel like like compared to Canvas, like what each person is supposed to be doing. I feel like I should be able to hyperlink within the page itself to different folders that are within that unit, and I can't figure out how to do that, so I don't know if it's just me or I need to do more research on that. Oops, sorry. And then what I was hoping for when I started doing this, that I could do truly self-pacing or personalized learning, in which students, if they scored so well on a pretest, that they were able to go down one learning path, and if you didn't do well, then you would go down a different learning path to make sure you complete for mastery. Schoology is just not there yet in their development. It's one things that I emailed them directly and requested, hey, what's the time frame for it? And then since then, I've gotten several requests for feedback in regards to those plans. So it's been really great to be able to see that growing and developing, because I think that will be where personalized learning is coming into play. If you have any questions, please let me know. And then finally, if you're really interested in seeing what this looks like live and play around with it, you can go to Schoology.com. You can create an account. You'll need to add a course, and then right below here, this 10-digit code is the course code that I'm using. And if you want to give me particular feedback, that would be great. If not, thank you so much. Hope to hear from you guys soon.